Hello folks, here we are once again, back out for some more detecting. I'm back up on the hill permission again. I'll call it that from now on. I think it's easier easy to remember anyway. But I've come to a different field this time. I have done some of it before, several videos ago. I was hoping to find a Roman road. Well, I was in the wrong field. Anyway, I did find a couple of coins, one hammered from over in that direction. I'm not expecting to find a lot, but to be fair, I never do. I mentioned before that this permission has been detected before by a group of people, several years ago now, so it's quite possible they found all the good stuff, or the easy stuff. I mean, there's got to be something to be found still, so I'm certainly going to try. You can see the ground's very wet and sticky. I've just walked across from the entrance of the field over to where I am at the moment, and I've had a signal. It was reading at 18. I'm using field 1 again, and I've still got the 15-inch coil on. It's quite a big field this, so I thought it'd be ideal for this situation really. And I flipped the sod over, and we've got something here. I haven't picked it up. I don't know what it is either. Let's have a look together. Looks copperish, leadish. I'm not sure. It could be a button. Could be junk. Oh. Well, that's a great start, isn't it? It's a button. Is it in focus? Probably not, knowing my luck. That's a bit better. Yeah, so it's just a copper button by the look of it. Can't say I can see any detail as such. There might be something on it, I'm not sure. It's a bit battered. Right, I'll pop it in the bag anyway and we'll carry on. Oh dear, here comes the rain, folks. It was forecast, and it was forecast originally to be quite heavy, but today's forecast has changed a bit. It says it's going to be light rain, so we'll see how this carries on. That'll depend if I stay on the field or not. Well, I was crisscrossing the field, left to right to about halfway across, because I'd done the other half on a previous visit, and I've had two buttons so far and a bit of lead, and that's been it. Very, very few signals. So I thought, right, I'll change tack. I'll walk all the way down to the bottom of the field, and I was starting to do that, just swinging along this way, and I've just had a little 1920 signal, and I'm pleased to say we've got something. If you can see this, hope this thing focuses. I've got, it looks like a little bit of silver. It's been a while since I've had silver, I've got to say, so that's a welcome find. It's tiny, that one. Can't see the, oops, sorry guys, there you go. Can't see any detail at the moment, but that's probably going to be a Victoria. Could be a 3-penny piece, 3pence, threepenny bit, possibly. But we'll have a look at that one later on. But that's great, that's not bad. Yeah, it looks a bit worn, and that was literally just below the surface. So, just goes to show, doesn't it? Don't have to be deep. Great stuff, a little bit of silver. Thank you, that'll do me. Well, this is no fun, guys. It's raining quite a bit now. I've actually just jumped fields. The field I was in, it was just so sticky and messy. It just wasn't enjoyable at all. Digging, pinpointing was tricky. So I'm in the grass field now. It's a huge field. I had been in before, a long time ago, and I found one musket ball. There weren't many signals at all. But I thought I'd give it a try because it'd be easier walking, easier digging. Got a shotgun cap, animal tag, I've just had a signal now, just a little bit further down that way. I'll show you where I am, if I can get the lens clean on the back of the camera, because it's all misted up, and I'll show you what we found. Right, I've had problems with my phone, unfortunately. The camera's playing silly devils. So I'm back to a different app now. Anyway, this was the item that I was going to show you. Looks like a, well, I thought it was a lid until I found the square hole in the top there. So it's got a hole through that side and that side. Yeah, so I don't know what that is. Doesn't look very old anyway. Possibly Victorian, possibly more recent as well. That was low 20s, that one. I've just stopped and picked up another signal as well. Not very deep, 5 inches maybe. And it's this little thing here. It's not a button. But I'm not quite sure if it's a coin either. It's completely blank as far as I can see. I think it's copper. Yeah, so that's a bit of a strange one, that. I don't know what that is. It's still absolutely chucking it down. I think I'm going to head back up there, which is the direction I came from, back towards the car. I think I might be calling it a day. If I get any more signals on the way, then, well, if it's anything decent, I'll bring you back in, guys. Otherwise, I shall continue this video on another day. This is more like it, isn't it? A bit of blue sky and sunshine. Lovely. It's a cold morning, but yeah, it's a good day. There's no rain anyway. That last trip out was a bit of a nightmare. But yeah, this is much more like it. Right, I'm back on one of the hill fields. This is the field where I've had some good bits and pieces from in the past. Not in any great amounts, and I've done the field to death. But I'm back out again with a 15-inch coil. I'm using field 2 today. Iron bias 1, recovery speed 5. See if I can get some nice depth on these targets. So far I've had a bit of lead, a harness ring, scraps of copper. Yeah, so that's about it really. But I've got a signal here, and let's show you this one. Right, so here we are. Apologies for any wind noise. So this was a slightly odd signal. It was sort of high teens up to about 20, and I think we've got the remains of an old pocket knife. Looks like it's got a copper body to it, which is a bit odd, I suppose, but obviously quite a bit of iron as well. But yeah, an old pocket knife. I think it was about 5 or 6 inches deep. Yeah, something like that. I don't think I'm going to get an awful lot of finds if I'm, well, to be fair, because it's like I say, I have done it an awful lot this field, but you never know. This coil might just bring something else to the surface for me. So, got to stay positive. Right, off we go again. This was a jumpy signal. It sort of went up into the low 20s. Not very deep, 3 or 4 inches, only this one. And we got a little buckle. I would say that's not very old. It's probably off a horse harness, I would imagine. Is it broken, or is it meant to be like that? Yeah, I think it's probably broken. So I'm just along the edge side of the field at the moment, just going up and down in this direction, see what I've missed in the past. There's always something. This was a very shallow signal, just below the surface really, maybe an inch at the most. And it was reading, mid-20s thereabouts. We've got something here, this little thing. I don't know what it is. Looks like it could have been a mount of some kind. It's got the remains of a pin on the back. Looks like copper. I'll say anyway. No decoration that I can see. Age wise, I really don't know. Anybody have any ideas? Right, we've had a 17 to 19 signal. Not deep, only a couple of inches, well, maybe 2 or 3 inches at best. And I think we got something. I have briefly touched it, but I haven't had a good look yet. I turned it over to see if it was a button, and I think we've got a coin. Is it a modern coin? That's what I want to know. I'm sure you do too. I have to put a bit of water on that, I think. It might be a sixpence, probably not. I'm guessing not particularly old either. With it being so rocky and stony up here, the ground's actually, or should I say the soil, it's quite nice to dig. I mean, this is very rocky and stony, so that can be tricky digging to get any depth, but it's not boggy or messy, which is quite nice. Looks like one of the Georges, this. It's not going to be that old. Right, George V, 1931. Great stuff. Yeah, that's nice, great stuff. We'll carry on then. It's a great hobby, this, isn't it? Oh, it doesn't always go the way you think it might go. You don't always find good stuff. Sometimes you fail completely. That's the nature of the hobby, but it's just great to be outdoors. Well, I've dug a few 4-hole buttons since last bit of video, some other bits of junk as well. The little buttons tend to read sort of 12 up to 15. I've just had a 13 signal just down here. I'm not sure this one. I thought it was going to be another button, but it's not. You can see much detail on that really. It's very worn, but I'm pretty sure I've got a little Roman coin. Yeah, it's just about make out a bust, but it is very worn. I've had a couple of similar ones from this field in the past, a bit further across to the left though, not this far into the field. I don't know if that's focusing. Don't think it is. Yes, I'm pretty sure that's a little Roman coin. Very thin, very worn. But yeah, that's great. Right, guys and gals, here we are. There's a finds from the 2 trips out. So this thing here doesn't look very old, does it? I'm not sure what it is. It could be something to do with a door handle, or I don't know. I'm not really sure what it is. I'd say a door handle because it's all I can think of. If you have any ideas, I'd love to know. So there's that. Lead washer. I think it's a washer. Buckle there. I did mention in the video that I thought it could be broken, but I don't think it is actually. I think it's meant to be like that. It's probably off a horse harness. Doesn't look particularly old. Harness ring. Quite a biggish one actually, that. Doesn't look that old once again. Don't know what that is. Not a clue. Another small ring. It might just be a harness ring or a bridle ring or something, but I did wonder if it could have been a finger ring. But it's very plain, so probably more likely horse related. So, quite a few buttons as you can see there. That old pocket knife, it's had it. I presume it would have had a wooden handle. That's rotted away. Looks like the blades are pretty crusty in there, so I think that'll be going in the bin, that one. This one, Looks like a harness mount. And by the sound of it, it's not going to be very old, possibly Victorian at best. But it could be even later than that. It's plain this side, and it's got a copper pin. Actually, I said harness mount. I think someone on the forum said it could be a harness or a mount slider. So that would have continued across there. So some sort of slider. Don't know. This thing. Definitely not a button. So I think it was most likely a coin at one point. Excuse me. No idea why it's been bent like that. But there's no details as far as I can see. So yeah, I might I might straighten it out and clean it up one day. Little Roman coin. I think these were Constantine, I'm not sure how to say that. I've had 2 or 3 others from the same field. Excuse me. Similar size. It's quite worn. I can't see anything on the reverse, but still a nice little find. And that's the Edward V sixpence. And that was 1931, I think. Yeah, 1931, that one. Not the best condition, really. Still nice to find it, though. And that one, again, a bit worn, because it was very close to the surface, and it's probably spent most of its life there. Little Victoria 3p. I quite like these little 3p. Threepenny bits, whatever. And it was 1876, I think, on that one. So yeah, that's another nice little find. I probably will give these to a clean up at some point. I'm afraid I didn't keep all of the junk. Well, apart from a bag of lead. A few lead pieces there. I'm going to start saving these. The other bits are long gone now. So there we go, folks. There's the finds. So yeah, it was worth going out after all. It's a good hobby. I will see you all soon. Bye for now.